Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for September 24th, 2021 from Psalm chapter 66, Praise for Answered Prayers. Verse 1, Shout for joy to God, all the earth. Sing the glory of His name. Give to Him glorious praise. Say to God, how awesome are your deeds. So great is your power that your enemies come cringing to you. All the earth worships you and sings praises to you. They sing praises to your name. The psalmist begins by praising God because of the many works that God has done. Then the psalmist remembers some of these special works, you could say. Verse 5, Come and see what God has done. He is awesome in His deeds toward the children of man. He turned the sea into dry land. They passed through the river on foot. There did we rejoice in Him who rules by His might forever, whose eyes keep watch on the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves. It is easy to praise God for these wonderful works. But what about the next section? The psalmist is going to be challenging us. Verse 8, Bless our God, O peoples. Let the sound of His praise be heard. Who has kept our soul among the living and has not let our feet slip. For you, O God, have tested us. You have tried us as silver is tried. You brought us into the net. You laid a crushing burden on our backs. You let men ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, yet you have brought us out to a place of abundance. The psalmist here is praising God when God tested him, when God allowed bad things to happen in this test. Wow, this takes great faith. Many people would walk away from God when bad things happen to them, but not the psalmist. Instead, the psalmist does the opposite and returns to God and praises God. As the psalmist continues, verse 13, I will come into your house with burnt offerings. I will perform my vows to you, that which my lips uttered and my mouth promised when I was in trouble. I will offer to you burnt offerings of fattened animals. With the smoke of the sacrifice of rams, I will make an offering of bulls and goats. The psalmist returns to church, so to speak, even after God had indeed tested him. Here's the challenge for us. What do we do during this COVID-19 crisis? Do we return to the Lord, passing the test? Or do we walk away from God? That is the challenge that many Christians face. Verse 16, Come and hear, all of you who fear God. I will tell you what He has done for my soul. I cried to Him with my mouth, and high praise was on my tongue. If I had cherished iniquity in my heart, the Lord would not have listened. But truly God has listened. He has attended to the voice of my prayer. The psalmist realizes that he needed the forgiveness of sins, and so the psalmist returns to God's house for that forgiveness. For the forgiveness of sins is the greatest reason why we praise God for what He has done. Because with the forgiveness of sins, there is life and salvation. And as the psalmist ends this psalm with verse 20, Blessed be God, because He has not rejected my prayer or removed His steadfast love from me. God's peace and many blessings be with you. And thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for listening.